Hello everyone, hello, welcome back in. Thank you for being here and welcome to another Melanated Monday message. I am Insightful Angel and I just want to say thank you for supporting the channel, and if you're here, whilst you're here, just please give it a little bit of a thumbs up, please. You only need to do it once. And yeah, let's just see what this week has in store for us and what Spirit wants us to know. I hope you've had a good week. Personally, it's been a weird one for me. Emotions have been all over the place, so I'm not quite sure if there is any retrograde planetary activity going on, but something was kicking off. So maybe you can let me know in the comments below, because I'm not an astrologer, so I'm not completely aware of astrological movements, etc. But I know that they do influence me, especially the moon. Perhaps, let me see, yeah, it's probably a full moon soon, because I am influenced very strongly by the moon. But let's just get into our cards. Oh, just to let you know, today I felt very keenly that I needed to speak to the earth and the ancestors quite powerfully. So I've used all the oracle. I'm using all the oracle decks that actually have some reference to the earth and nature, Mother Earth. And also, I know this isn't, well, maybe I don't think it's political, but I do feel very much this is a channel specifically, not exclusively, for melanated peoples. Please put South Africa in your prayers, because we are under attack spiritually. The Zulu nation have lost 2 monarchs within a very short time of each other. King died, and then his queen died, like I think a month after him, and it's suspected that she was poisoned. That's left them. Yes, they have a new king installed. He's the son of the queen who was acting as regent. However, there is a little bit of dispute within the families. And then there is also the fact that Amazon is putting its new headquarters on the site of a Kosa San spiritual burial. And, well, I'm not quite sure if it's a burial ground, but it's a very spiritual site. I think it is a burial ground as well. So there is a dispute going on there. Now, can you imagine the ancestors will have to be dug up in order for that headquarters to become a reality. So there is something not nice going on in terms of our ancestral heritage and it being disturbed. So please keep the ancestors in your prayers this week and in your meditations, and just send healing light to our brothers and sisters in Africa, especially South Africa, the Zulu nation and the Xhosa San people. So let's see what the ocean wants to tell us today. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Guardian Angels. Thank you, Divine Ancestors. What would you like us to hear today? Oh, what would you like to tell the collective today? Thank you. So, we have 2 come out. We have Let Your Personality Shine. How beautiful is that card? These cards are really, really pretty. And Push to Surface. Okay, so I'll read the messages on those a little in more detail in a second. Okay, let's now see what the Sacred Landscape wants to tell us. Okay, Sacred Landscape. Okay, thank you. All right, so Sacred Landscape, what would you have us know today? Okay, leaping a little bit today. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you very much. Thank you for guiding us. Thank you for your love and support. What would you have us know? What is it you want to share with us today? Let me have one. Okay. Purification. Beautiful, 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 beautiful card. Okay, and last but not least of the oracle decks, we have the oracle of the African landscape. All right. And I will take the time to go through and see what I intuit from the messages. And I'll be using the Afro Tarot today. By Jessie Jumanji. Okay, well that one flipped over. We have, oh my God, Cape Honeybee. And you saw that, it flipped. Wow. Okay. And I just asked for you to send your prayers to South Africa, didn't I? So the ancestors are listening and they're with us, and I think they're grateful that we're sending them our energies. Okay. So number 33, and it says, let your personality shine. You have something no one else has that makes you who you are. Stop comparing yourself to others and allow your uniqueness to shine through. So there's an energy of some of us perhaps doubting ourselves a little bit this week. Perhaps allowing the opinions or the thoughts or what we think are the opinions and thoughts and attitudes of others to destabilize us somewhat. And Spirit's reminding us that we've got to really remember that we are a child of Spirit, a child of God, that the angels are with us, and that every single one of us, without exception, has something to contribute to the whole, has our own uniqueness, and has our own gifts. And that's where we need to keep our focus this week. Okay, 33 reduces down to 6, and 6 is the number of home and hearth. It's the number of love. It's been coming up a lot this week. I hope my friend's watching, because I had a conversation with a friend last night and the number 6 was coming up a lot. So for many of us, we're needing to look to hearth and home, to self-care, self-nurture this week, and really take care and look to our own greatness and look out for ourselves. We then have number 27, which says push to surface. Okay, and it says you may have become complacent. You might be stalling in or need a new surge of energy. Become aware of the dynamics of your life. Okay, so push through. Some of us are feeling fatigued, feeling what's the point? When is this going to happen? I'm working so hard. I don't know if I can keep it going. Am I going in the wrong direction? Am I wrong to desire this or want whatever? However, what I am feeling quite powerfully is that it's this self-care that's going to give us the motivation to push through to the surface, where we're feeling lackluster, a little despondent, a little bit jaded, that it's that. Perhaps maybe we need to think about, when was the last time you did for self? Have you been giving it out to others quite a lot lately? Not just in your physical, but maybe just in your energies. Or have you just simply forgotten to exercise or to eat well or to have that salt bath or to just do those things or to just dance naked around your living room if that's what brings you joy? So it's a call to tap back into your joy, your bliss, and do what's right for you. If you want to take a nap in the afternoon and you're able to, then do so. Okay? But don't be doing things that you know are really unhealthy for you. Okay? No substance abuse or, overdosing on the coffee and that kind of thing. Do things that you know are going to make you feel good and that bring you joy. We then have Purification. Okay? Beautiful card with the sunflower on there. And you see all that rain, that cleansing, that rain's coming down, cleansing. So perhaps that feeling of being a little bit jaded and lacking motivation is because you're in a state of being cleansed and purified, passing through a spiritual portal in a sense, being upgraded in some way. And that can be confusing and it can be exhausting. So whilst you're there, look to be gentle, be steady this week, be still this week. Look to hearth and home, take care of yourself and allow yourself to be purified, because that's what's happening here. I think Spirit's explaining that what is happening is there's a purification going on of your spirit and reminding you that you are unique, you have beautiful gifts, and that you're being purified so you can bring those to the fore and share them with the world. Okay, so Purification, let's just take a look. So, purification, it says summer rain. And any of you who are in the north of England, or England full stop, will know that we've experienced quite a lot of that the last couple of weeks. Traditionally, rain symbolises rebirth and washing one's sins away. Water is also associated with emotions, and a summer rain can represent the release of long-held emotions that allows for a purification and inner healing. There is also a renewal aspect of rain. The old saying, April showers bring May flowers, means that what follows the rain is a time of renewal and blossoming. See, I did say there was a period of ascension, that you're being renewed in some way, clearing out. So this one, really echoing the need to just allow yourself to be renewed here. It is not a signal for you to let go and give up. It is a signal that you're being purified, that you're being elevated. The sacred landscape wants you to know it is difficult for new vibrant energy to enter your life if it is clogged with old and outdated energy. Cleanse and purify your body and your physical space. This is a great time for a detox, clutter clearing, cleansing and space clearing. Release outdated energy to invite fresh, clear energy into your life. Eat lightly, don't take things personally, release resentment, guilt and blame. Purify yourself, thought, word and deed. Decluttering is a modern day alchemy. If you don't love it or use it, let it go. This card can also represent abundance, as flowing water is a metaphor for prosperity and summer is the time of expansion. Oh, sorry. I've slowly moved out of the frame. Yes, so, and I can relate to this personally because I am in a space where at the moment I am pulling out and decluttering, and I think that's really quite clearly explained the reason for my kind of push and pull energy and a little bit of frustration and tension, and emotion, an emotional state. Okay, so clearly explaining that, and if those of you that are in that space, it's time for you to recognize that your gifts are there to be seen. But however, if you're holding on to the past, for some of you, the past may well have come back in some way this week. Perhaps old wounds were opened or you were reminded of them, and don't see that as a negative. If you got into your emotions, it's just an opportunity for you to clear the residue of whatever is left of that hurt or that trauma. Okay, so take that salt bath, as I said before I read the purification card. You know, dance around the living room naked, do what it is that you need to tap into your emotions, tap into the joy of being you, so that you can remind yourself of the beauty and the gifts that you have. Okay, let's now see what our Cape honeybee wants to say to us. I mean, a honeybee provides sweetness, provides nectar. Bees work hard, but they also work collectively. It says here, make time to enjoy the fruits of your labour. It's okay to indulge in the sweetness of life. You will soon attract your desires. Oh my gosh. So yeah, very, very clear message. Take care of yourself. Do what's right for you this week. Really go into yourself. Go into yourself and learn to really love yourself. If there's a need for any forgiveness of others and of yourself in particular, for things that may have happened in the past, stop beating yourself up, let those go. Cleanse yourself spiritually, physically, emotionally. Okay, so a lovely message actually, and I think just a beautiful reminder to us that sometimes we've just got to like do for self, you know, because this life that we live can be a challenge, and you know, you can feel a bit bunged up, a bit clogged up sometimes, you know, and you just need a good clear out, spiritual and emotional clear out. So if you want to bawl, okay, let it out, let it up, okay, better out than in, as I always say. And if you want to, yeah, just allow yourself to be yourself, you know, and stop allowing the thoughts and the energies and the ideas of other people to creep in and seep in. And sometimes, we think we're doing that, and to a certain extent we are, but we're doing the work of it, and before you know it, someone comes back into your life, or someone says something, and it could be a family member or a friend, or it should be the voice of a teacher, and it all comes back. Oh God, I don't think we need all of those. Okay, fine, I will shuffle again. And you allow those voices in. Strength and the Empress came out, so if they come back, then they are cards that we need. And you start to doubt yourself. So Spirit's just trying to get us back on our equilibrium and remind us of how amazing we are. And that feeling of discomfort is probably a sign that we're actually, that some of us are actually elevating, shifting. So we have the Page of Swords coming out here. All right, so that's a new energy, maybe new communications. We have the Six of Pentacles, so there again. Another 6. Okay, I told you 6s are very, very prominent this week for me. And so we have the 2 6s there. We have the 8 of Pentacles. We have the 3 of Cups. We then have the 10 of Cups, and that's the second time I've seen that one, so we definitely need that card. I'll just ask Spirit if we need anything else. So Spirit, any information you want to tell us? Anything else? Thank you, Spirit, Guardian Angels. Thank you, Ancestors. What else would you have us know this week? Okay. Well, oh, thank you. Last one. And then we have the 5 of Cups there. Okay. Right, fine. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so let's get to it, shall we? So we have the Page of Swords. Now, the swords, as we know, are about the mental body, all right? Noticeably, we only have one sword on the table, which is quite good. It means we're probably not dwelling too much in our mental body. But the Page of Swords is the energy of, there's a slight energy of restlessness. It is an energy of new. The pages generally mean the start of something new, a new message, or so I think it's very clear that this purification that's taking place is the cause of this restless energy that we're in. But it's a restless energy which is drawing you through. It's almost like a rebirth. It's almost as if you're being pushed through another channel into another sphere, another aspect of your life. And as we know, pushing through can mean, it can be discomforting. It can be challenging. You're having to shed and let go of some things that perhaps have been holding you back, and you're not quite aware that they've been doing so. So that's a reminder there to let go of that. And I remember which card was it that said, yes, it was a purification one that said we needed to let go of things of the past. So these two very clearly going together, that there are, things, maybe one or two things in that purification process. Tap in and be mindful of any energies, any thoughts about yourself, about the way life is, the way people are, attitudes towards you. Those are the thoughts that are holding you back. So try and clear those out this week. That's a very strong message for this week. We then have the 6 of Pentacles, and the 6s often that's about generosity and charity and sharing. But I feel very, very strongly that this is about being generous to yourself. Notably, it came out under these two cards here, all right? And this one was about needing a new surge of energy. Remember? Yeah? That pushing through, needing a new surge of energy. And the purification card clearly telling us to do for self. I really feel quite powerfully, intuitively, that generosity and that sharing and that caring represented by the abundance in the 6 of Pentacles is about do it towards yourself, being generous towards yourself, being gentle towards yourself, being caring towards yourself, nurturing and loving yourself, okay? Doing what makes you feel good about being this unique and special being that you are, and allowing, therefore, that light to come up and shine. This one sits very, very well with this card, which says you to enjoy the fruits of your labour. Do you remember? Indulge in the sweetness of your life. So very much telling us to give to self for once, you know? For once, give to yourself. We then had the Eight of Pentacles. And the eights symbolize wealth and abundance. And this is an indication that inherit the wealth, there's going to be some action, some change in your abundance. But I'm not necessarily intuiting that it's material abundance. That may well be the case for some. But I feel it's the abundance of who you are. It's the abundance of it's just really tapping into the wealth of yourself, the wealth of your being, and really, and I mean really, like for once and for all, recognizing just how wealthy an individual you are, in the sense that the wealth that you offer to the world, the beauty that you offer to the world, that your basket is full because it's full of you. And when you recognize and love that, you will walk out into the world smiling and with a skip in your step. And it's not about becoming arrogant. It's about really, truly loving and understanding how much you, as a being, as a spiritual being, and as a physical being, how full you make others, how much you contribute, and really loving that and acknowledging that, so that you can sit with this and really enjoy yourself. Spirit's clearly saying it's time to enjoy being you. Okay. The Three of Cups. The cups are about our emotional body. They're about our relationships. And the three is very much about connectivity, about about renewal, friendship, happiness, community. Some of that joy and love of self and recognition of your beauty and what you contribute will come from the connections that you have within the community, within your family. Okay, enjoy those, but be selective. Choose to be in the company, if you choose to be in company, of those who fill your cup as much as you fill theirs. Okay, this is about reciprocity. It's about connecting in a very joyful way, equally. And you see how the sun is coming up behind these three. There's a sense of community. They're playing a game together and having fun. So when you connect with your wider community, with your family, with your friends, I really feel quite strongly that it's about being in the company of those who fill you up. Those that when you're around them, you feel light, you feel joy, you feel uplifted, and they feel the same around you. Because this is where that wealth and that full Ten of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, complete joy, all 10 cups brimming, and you see the rainbow there, that wealth and abundance there. By the end of the week, there will be that a complete feeling of just complete abundance, sufficiency, wealth that you've inherited, just a wonderful spirit and love and depth of compassion for yourself and for the life that you're living. That is then going to be the motivation that you then need to push to the surface. It will give you the joy and the energy and the impetus to then push through this portal and move forward with greater joy, greater love, greater dynamism and energy, because we've lost a little bit of our energy. There's been a little bit of stagnation, a feeling of perhaps giving up for some of us. But at the end, this is what we will be, I will be experiencing. And this Five of Cups energy, this lackluster, oh my goodness, when's it going to happen? Or this disappointment, the mourning, the kind of grief over not being quite there, not quite getting what you want, that will be over. Okay, that will be done. Okay, because that self-care, that enjoying the fruits of your labours and really, really recognising and allowing yourself to purify yourself. Finally getting rid of any residue that may well be hanging on in there. You know, there are some barbs that dig really, really deep, aren't they? And maybe that's what's been happening, that some things have been going really quite deeply. And you'll be going back into some deep, deep traumas, some deep, deep instances, some voices that came from way, way back. And it's unsettled you a little bit. And this is the way to get yourself through this week. Okay, so just to close the reading, I'm going to ask for some guidance from Spirit. Okay, so Guardians, I'm going to ask the Guardians, what would you have us know? Which Guardians are with us and what advice do you have for us? Thank you, Ancestors, Guardians. Oh, so we have, oh my goodness, well we have three, oh I've got three come out here. Right, so we have the Sage, be devoted and committed. I won't read this one, I don't think this is the one we need, but it's advice. We have the Drum, dream and journey. Don't let go of those dreams. Often when we feel we're stagnating, when we feel oh, nothing's happening and what's the point, that's just the point before you break through. Remember, it's always darkest before the dawn, right? And once the storm goes, there's a stillness, isn't there? Okay. But look at that. Heart Guardian. Love and let yourself be loved. Okay. And that's very much about self-love, I reckon. So I will read what the Heart Guardian card has to tell us. And I will quickly read from the Drum and the Sage as well. So, Heart Guardian says, right, welcome with open arms, opportunities to give and receive love. The Heart Guardian is an angelic energy that can help your call for protection and guidance with all issues surrounding the heart. You are love, lovable and loving. The energy of love is surrounding your whole world at this time. Angels are swirling around you. They want you to know that you are a highly loving being who deserves to give and receive love. If you are finding it challenging to feel love at this time, it's important for you to give yourself credit where it's due. You are also encouraged to welcome support from others. Oh, sorry, I keep moving out of frame. Learn to receive. Don't try and do everything on your own. If you are working on a relationship or are in a relationship, this card can usher in energies that allow you to forge a powerful connection with your partner. Love is in the air. But very much love for self. Remember what it said? Welcome support from others. Give yourself credit where it's due. What did this say? Give yourself credit. Bask in the sweetness of your hard work. And this one, welcome the support of others. Yeah, look to the community, your collective, your friendship groups, and be inspired and buoyed by them and what they have to offer you. So very synchronicitous, very much supporting the message of the oracles there. Thank you, Heart Guardian. Thank you very much for that. All right. I'll just quickly scan the Drum and the Sage if in case there's any additional information that we need to know from them. And then I'll just ask for advice. If you're here at this point, I want to just take the opportunity to ask if you could just kindly give it a thumbs up or and like the video. I'd be really, really grateful. So the Sage. Be willing to go the whole road and back again. This will allow you to be the best that you can be. The Sage represents the rise one within. When it arises, it shows that you're preparing to become a great and insightful teacher to your peers. So some of us, that feeling of disquiet and kind of tension and transition is because you are shifting, okay? Becoming more aware of who you are and of all your inner workings, because that awareness can bring more clarity to your decisions. And when you've got clarity in your decision making, then you are able to bring the purity of who you are and your personality out into the world unashamedly, unabashedly, okay, knowing that you have those wonderful gifts to offer. Okay, so I'll just place these here. Okay, I've got a lot of cards today. All right, and then quickly I'll have a look at the drum and see what the drum wants to add to the message for this week. All right, increasingly my messages are getting longer, but I think Spirit has a lot to say. All right. When the drum card appears in a reading, there are opportunities for you to dream or to bring an inner vision into reality. You are very connected to the other worlds at this time. The wisdom and intelligence of the earth and her magic surrounds you. What you have seen in dreams and inner vision is not imagination but guidance, particularly if it has been coming to you repeatedly and has the potential to become reality. Dreams come true. Know it and live it. And I'm fairly certain there was something that said about patience in your dreams or something like that. No, I'm not quite sure, but anyway, I'd have to look at the reading again, but that's just an additional message there. If you're having dreams or if you're having visions, know that they can become a reality for you, okay? So don't dismiss them. All right. I also wanted to ask the Sacred Geometry what advice it has for us in terms of our energies this week. But very much it's about the landscape and about spiritual energy. So I'll just quickly take one of these Sacred Geometry cards and see what that has to tell us. All right. Okay, so bear with me. So thank you, Spirit. What would you have us know this week? These cards are quite big, so I have to do them the other way. Thank you, Spirit. What would you have us know this week? Right, there we go. We had one flip out. Oh, we had two. Oh, look at that. Magic and alchemy, pretty much the same thing. So, the frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemist to perform the miracles. So, feel the beauty of yourself. You're transmuting. Dreams do come true. Wow. And look how this one echoes this one about letting your personality shine. I mean, even visually, the synchronicity within these cards, isn't there? All right. And that's a number 8, the number of abundance. Well, then we had another 8. Okay. So I'll place that one here. And then we then had 31, magic. Okay. Alchemy and magic are very similar, really. And that's very much about not letting go, not forgetting, not letting this feeling of this at the start of the week, of last week, of kind of maybe disquiet, make you give up on your dreams. The frequency of magic supports our intrinsic ability to grow and expand beyond this moment, to move forward toward possibilities and expressions that are as grand and as profound as we can imagine. All that is required is our belief in their manifestation. So my Spirit's reminding you, don't let go. Don't forget about belief. Keep believing, because that 10 of Cups is there, okay? However, focus on yourself this week. Focus on your self-care, on your nurturing of self. Do what makes you feel joy so that you can tap into the wonder that is you and your personality. All right, so I'll just take a couple of final cards, and we have lie in the sun and feel warmth in your heart. What does the goddess of the sun ask of you? very much about connecting to your heart center. So here we have the heart guardian, remember, telling us to allowing ourselves to love and be loved. And I've said quite clearly, I think it's very much about loving self this week and allowing yourself to love yourself, allowing our community and our collective, to show us love as well. Okay. Be selective about who you spend your time with. And if there isn't anyone that you feel in your life right now that brings you joy and makes you feel expanded when you're around them, then stay away from them, you know. Just be with yourself. Okay. And then one last message, which is the chakra love. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. What guidance would you have? Okay, we have creativity. Use creativity to transform your pain into positivity. So a great message to end on. If there is anything that has been coming up, that has been causing you disquiet, a feeling of disappointment, maybe been regurgitating some of the events from the past, some of the voices from the past coming back, and maybe destabilizing you somewhat, remember that the honeybee says that you've to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You've got to remember how amazing you are. Let your personality shine. Okay. Alchemy. All right. You've got the energy of alchemy surrounding you right now. You're transmuting. Go into your heart center. Okay. Look how the colors all resonate. Okay. Don't forget to dream. All right. Don't forget the magic. All right. And remember that what you're going through is a process of purification. All right. So I want to thank you so much for being here today. Slightly longer than usual reading, however, a very nice one. As you go through your week ahead, I hope the energy of purification and self-love enables you to break through the surface and have a wonderful week ahead. I have been Insightful Angel. Thank you. Bye.